Hey everyone, welcome back. This week I thought it'd just be fun to do a real-time painting, and I'm gonna do 12 robots in 12 minutes, and we're gonna do it real time. I've got here on the table set out a selection of the tools from ink. I've got my fine line marker, thick angled, thin angled brush, thick brush, my sort of duster to give me effects. I've got a little scratcher for maybe scratching off some details, and my trusty squeegee. May or may not use all these tools. And then over here, I'm gonna click the timer. So, boom, 12 minutes, let's go. I'll just maybe talk through some of this. I don't have any plan. So let's just see maybe how it goes. So I guess right now what I'm thinking is I'll do a 3x4 grid. And you can see how fast the ink dries. And like I've said in previous videos, it's pretty unforgiving, so the thinking here was just to give maybe some sort of background texture. I don't ever really know how it's gonna turn out. So then maybe that'll be one. Okay. Right now, I'm really just trying to block in maybe some different shapes. I have no preconceived what any of these weird little robot guys will be. And because I'm trying to keep in mind 12 minutes, I want to make sure that I've got the 12 sort of already blocked out, because as time starts to tick away, the last thing I'm going to be worrying about is, did I actually get 12? So I'm going to start all 12 and then just kind of work in detail all the way up to the last minute. This is really just for fun, just to change it up a bit. I'm not really a big fan of doing things for time. I don't really think it ever turns out anything great. I think if you're working for an employer that is expecting 12 robots in 12 minutes, you should probably quit that job, because you're probably gonna hate your life and be miserable, and probably just be producing subpar work in 12 minutes. So it really is just kind of the silhouette sort of Rorschach test. I mean, you guys have probably seen a lot of concept artists do this because it is so time efficient. It really comes down to what do you see, and you can. It's really a good building block, or at least like a foundation to go off of. And doing this digitally is pretty good. Like, it's a pretty fast technique digitally, slapping some gradients and color on. So like some of these are starting to look similar, and I'm gonna try to remedy that and change it up. But so for this one, okay, how are we doing on time? We got Forgive me for not talking too much. Generally, I don't like to talk while I'm working, so that makes for very boring content. Literally have still no idea what any of these are. Also, I'm not guaranteeing that any of these are going to look good. So, that's what you get for 12 minutes. Well, that for sure just became a laser rifle, so that's gonna stick. I'm gonna give him another big sort of gear on the arm there. Oh my goodness, 3 minutes, are you kidding me? So some of these might just turn into faces. Okay. So now I am just gonna come in, see if we can. How are we doing on time? can see the scraper is taking off quite a bit. "26 seconds. Three, two, one. All right, that's it. So in this amount of time, these are garbage. This is garbage. I think you can kind of see, looking here, this guy was just going for like sort of typical robot, I guess, with eyes and a mouth in the last second. This one was sort of maybe a little War of the Worlds-y kind of, with the eyeball head. This one was a mixture of something from like maybe Contra or something, like with tank treads and kind of guns. This dude was a crab leg tentacle monster robot. This one was sort of a Mr. Freeze kind of dome, thinking about putting some sort of head in there. This guy, a very tiny head, large, weird shoulders, arms at like maybe a keyboard or something. This one, nothing much came out of that one. Guy with a gun, very tall, neck, only his eyes are seen. This one is clearly looking like some sort of bionicle mask. Nothing, and not much. Maybe some sort of like ninja robot. So that's it for the 12 minutes. What I'll do now is I'm just gonna take a few more minutes and sketch out, like maybe score in some extra detail here and there, and just try to make something of these. And that does it for this week's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed this week's fun little robot silhouette experiment as much as I did. And hope to see you guys back here for the next one. Cheers.